Hi. I think it's impossible to live with someone 24/7 and never have them drive you crazy, or you drive them crazy as well. So what do? I'll give you a great example. I made a really delicious dessert. It's bananas dipped in chocolate, put in the freezer. The bananas have to be perfect. My husband, being as perfect as he is, went to the store for me, and he came back with bananas that I asked for, but they were bruised. I can't use bruised bananas. So I said thank you very much, a little bit upset, but I realized I didn't say that they shouldn't have bruises on them. Okay. The next week I had people coming over and I said, could you buy bananas, were on the list. And he came back and the bananas were green. And I didn't have time to get a brown paper bag, put the bananas in them and have them ripen over a few days as the guests were coming that evening. Okay. I was very frustrated. I got on with it. I made brownies very quickly. The next time I had guests coming over, I said to him, no bruised bananas, no green bananas. He came back from the store with what I thought were green bananas, but he said no, out of all the bananas, they were the most yellow. I can't have someone put their teeth into crunchy green bananas when they've just come out the freezer. Doesn't taste good. I'm a perfectionist, which is hard sometimes when you want to try and keep your patience. The next week, it was awful. He walked through the door very happy, but scared because I'd put him in this position that he was walking on eggshells. He didn't know what was going to happen next. And I pulled out of the bag green, completely green bananas. I saw red. I said, why have you bought me green bananas? That's what you told me to buy. No, I didn't. I definitely, no bruised bananas, no yellow, but no green bananas. They have to be perfect. Or just don't buy them at all. He said, no, honey. And he takes out from his bag a list. And on the list, my shopping list, it said green, very clearly, green bananas. I was so obsessed with him getting the right bananas, and I had in my head, don't get green bananas. I wrote green bananas down. Can you believe it? We laughed. How did I keep my composure in that moment? I imagined that I was on candid camera. Marriage gives you very often opportunities to develop the trait of patience, a very much sought after character trait in order to have a good marriage. When you're impatient, it's just divisive. You can ruin, and there's a very short line to anger from being impatient. You can ruin your relationship rather than build it by being patient. How do we do this? It's often important to remember what it feels like when someone is impatient with you. It feels horrible, it feels anxious, and you know that you're feeling like you're walking on eggshells. Number one rule, you have to treat them how you want to be treated. Also, you should have in your head that impatience is created because you set yourself a timeline where something has to be accomplished by. Where does that timeline come from? It's crazy. It's an illusion that you're putting pressure on someone else's life. You can also think to yourself, I gotta live in the present. I can't live in the past. I can't live in the future. I just gotta live in the now. What does the now achieve for me? It helps me stay positive and think, what can I do now to create a positive atmosphere in my home? What can I do now to cool myself down? Maybe breathe. You're empowering yourself with the ability to be in control, because I can't control the situation. I don't know what's come into my life, and I can't control anyone else, my husband or my wife. I don't have a wife, but I can control me. It's the only thing. I control the way I react and respond to any situation that is sent my way. Also, imagine in your head when you've been put into that situation that's a test, that's a challenge for your marriage, for you right now. Imagine there's an entire group of people standing in the room saying, you can do it, be patient, you can do it. Serenity. There are many different tools that we can think of. One of them is whenever you feel impatience rearing its ugly head, think to yourself, oh, look, there you are, there's impatience. Instead of saying, go away, recognize that it's around, because if you tell it to go away with such force, you're going to give it energy and you're going to give it fuel. Just say, oh look, there's impatience. And it allows you to go from the unconscious to the consciousness and open a tiny crack where you can develop the trait of patience by being calm, centered, and collected. There are going to be many tests and many challenges that come your way when you're married. One of them is a myth that's created that the moment we get married, we have this perfect dream relationship. That takes patience too. Marriage is going to be for many, many, many years. And when you say I do to that person in the church, under the chuppah, it's perfect. He's perfect for you, she's perfect for you. It's going to take many, many years of acquiring many marriage skills. One of them is patience. Have a great week.